Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here doing an episode of Hidden Gems, and I feel like I haven't done Hidden Gems in forever, but I was watching Dueling Network last night and it was S-Knights versus Shaddolls, and this guy who was playing S-Knights, he flipped over this card and it completely changed the duel around, and it was a card I had never even heard of, and everybody in the chat started going nuts, and I was like, wait a minute, let me look this up, this has to be an old card, and I was like, wait, this is from Duelist Alliance? Like, I couldn't believe it. The card that I'm talking about is Battlegaurd Howling, and if you're unfamiliar with it, the effect reads, when a warrior type monster you control is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's monster effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the face-up monster you targeted with this effect, and if you do, return it to the hand. So basically, SATELLARKNIGHT, meet your best friend, your new best friend, against the Shaddolls matchup. For anybody who is in the know and has experienced it personally, the matchup is freaking hard. I've played SATELLARKNIGHT a lot. I have yet to beat Shaddolls in a 2 out of 3 match. In fact, I was playing S-Knights during the live stream yesterday or on Tuesday, and it's really because at their core, S-Knights they're a rank 4 spam deck. I mean, even if it's Deltaros where it takes 3 monsters or Ouroboros, I mean, those are still rank 4 monsters. The problem is rank 4s just don't do anything to Shaddolls. They just don't help you beat them unless that rank 4 is Ophion. Ophion can shut the deck down. Everything else, not so much. And I know there are people probably out there saying, well, what about Abyss Dweller? Abyss Dweller is not as good as people make it out to be against Shaddolls, because if I'm a Shadow player and you have Abyss Dweller, I'm just going to be like, okay, summon Mathematician, and you pretty much have to use one of your negates, because if not, I'll just dump Fearless and then I'll pop your Dweller, and then when you use that negate, okay, well, you're probably going to use the other one during my turn, because if not, then when you attack my Mathematician, I'll draw a card and that'll put me 1 card closer to Shadow Fusion. So it's like, it doesn't really do you much good to make Dweller, not to mention Dweller doesn't do shit against flip effects anyway, so it's like they're really not that scared when they can just be like, okay, we'll just set, and eventually you'll have to attack these. Even if you blow them up, we can just, you know, we can use our effects anyway. So mid-rash is obviously a problem, and I think that this changes that. You know, Battlegaurd Howling is basically Compulse and Magic Cylinder built into one card specifically for S-Knights. I mean, yeah, I guess you could use it for like 6 Samurai and maybe some other warrior deck like Noble Knights, but for the most part, 6 Samurai isn't really relevant, and Noble Knights, your back row is always cluttered with your Noble Arm equip card, so I don't really see the point of you playing this. Now, what's great about this card in S-Knights is, I mean, your entire deck for the most part is warrior. I mean, outside of maybe Honest and Mermillo, you really don't have to worry about having this card and having it dead, because, I mean, you can use it with Vega or, you know, Altair, Deneb, pretty much anything in your deck you're going to be able to make it live. And then if you're playing against Shaddolls and you use it against Winda or Construct, obviously you get them off the field without triggering them. So that's really the big benefit here. The real kicker about this card is the burn damage. I mean, you're talking about being able to do anywhere, well, if you're playing against Shaddolls, from 2200 to 2800 on a Construct. I mean, that's huge, because we live in a soul charge world where people will routinely pay 2, 3, 4,000 life points, you know what I mean, just through that card alone. So this could easily be game ending, especially in this deck S-Knights, because S-Knights have Honest, they have another monster that, I mean, does 1,000 burn damage just when you summon it. So S-Knights have ways of picking up and doing a whole bunch of damage really, really quickly. And I look at this card, Battlegaurd Howling, and I'm just like, okay, both effects are really good, but what a lot of people are probably not going to realize the first time you use it against them is you don't have to necessarily bounce the monster that either activated the effect to target your monster or the monster that attacked. I mean, it is, I mean, sometimes routinely Shadow players will, you know, they'll attack first with another monster, not attacking with Winda for fear of like a D-Prison or something like that. So they may ram a Mathematician into your guy hoping to draw another card, or they may summon like a white dragon or a black dragon and attack with that first. So you can easily just activate this and still spin their cards, spin their Shadow Fusion and get rid of it. I understand that the card is very, very, very specific in use. I mean, I would only in most situations suggest citing this in against Shaddolls, but when I look at the format and S-Knights, I'm like, this is by far your worst matchup. So it makes it very easy to recommend this card. So let me know what you guys think of this card. Again, if you're able to hit a mid-rash or a construct with this, you would be surprised how game-breaking it is. You're talking about, like, especially if you do it on a construct, you spin it, that you get a 1-for-1, and then you do 2,800 burn damage. It is fucking huge. It completely puts the momentum all on your side. Thank you guys for watching. As always, give the video a big thumbs up. If you can think of any hidden gems, leave that in the comment section below.
Subscribing makes life happy.